Hello hikers, welcome back to African Hiker. I'm Anita and I make videos about various hiking trails in Africa. Today we'll be going over some things that one may think is appropriate to do in the Fish River Canyon, but it's actually not. Here are 5 things that you need to know before you go to Fish River Canyon. Some of these things I didn't know. First, washing clothes, dishes and your body in the river with soap. Yes, even biodegradable soap. If you read the instructions on the biodegradable soap, it clearly states that the soapy water should be disposed of away from the water source. So if you're washing your body or your dishes or your clothes in the river, you're still harming the environment. An easy solution is to just not pack soap. You honestly don't need it. I personally don't carry any soap on wilderness hikes. So how do I clean things? My pots I wash with sand and water, and that actually does the trick. For my clothes, I just rinse them out, rub them and rinse. I mean, they're not going to be like spring, but they're not stinky either until like the end of the hike. My body, I just got into the river, wiped down with my lappy, call it a day. And honestly, those river baths are like the best. You feel so refreshed even without soap. If you're not yet ready to say goodbye to soap, then go for biodegradable, but just remember not to use it in the water source. Number 2, fires in the canyon. Yes, we are allowed to make fires in the Fish River Canyon, but we're not allowed to make those fires with the dry wood and dead wood that we find in the canyon. Ethically, it is wrong because there's very little wood in the Fish River Canyon, and it provides a shelter for certain creatures. And when we take that wood, even though it's dry and dead, when we take that wood and burn it for our braai or campfire, we are essentially burning like these creatures' homes. I have read on several blogs people stating that you can collect the driftwood, but if you read the park rules, it actually states that you're not allowed to. It is a serious offense to destroy natural parts of the canyon. Speaking of rules that no one knew existed, number 3, the Fish River Canyon is a plastic-free zone. From the moment we drove through the gate at ice, we saw signs stating that no plastic bags were allowed. I was worried because basically everything in my backpack was in plastic. I have not yet reached gold hiker status where all my things are separated by color-coded dry bags. That is goals, but for right now, you're separated by the blue checkers bag, the Spar bag, the Woolworths bag. But here's the thing, nobody checks. We all had plastic bags with us, everybody. But it's not a rule that seems to be enforced. In fact, I don't come across anything beforehand stating that we shouldn't have plastic bags there. It's just at ice and the start of the trail when you see these signs saying no plastic, no plastic. But by then it's too late, right? Did you know that after the Fish River Canyon, after the season, they actually have a group of volunteers that go down into the canyon to pick up our trash. And this one year, they picked up 80 kilograms of rubbish, like 80 kilograms of litter. Imagine, in the Fish River Canyon, and all the people in the canyon, you would assume they are nature-loving individuals. So why would they leave plastic? This river runs directly to the ocean. Number 4, the protocols of doing business in the Fish River Canyon. Because it is in a canyon and because it is in the desert, the bathroom situation seems a little bit more intimidating than usual. In my mind's eye, I just imagined like vast openness, you know, no privacy or anything like that. But in reality, there's lots of rocks and boulders and bushes and twists and turns where you can easily sneak a private moment. So here are the rules. First, pick a spot away from the river and off the trail. For number 1, simply pee. Kick sand over your wet spot and burn your toilet paper. Or better yet, don't use any toilet paper. Drip dry. Or use a pee lappy. Personally, I find those gross. But I have read about them, and they seem to be antibacterial and have all the things. So it is environmentally friendly. So use a pee rag, okay? Use a pee rag. I'll rather drip dry, thanks. For a poop, grab your spade and dig a hole. Squat and try not to miss. Then burn your toilet paper. Oh, and cover your hole. Cover it up. Don't leave that lying around. Just cover it up, please. My grossest concern was digging up a spot that someone else had already used. Ugh. Oh, number 5, leaving organic waste in the canyon. Some people don't seem to consider this as littering. The argument is usually that it is natural and therefore will break down and it's just part of the earth. Yes, true enough, but if one tosses their banana peel in the middle of the desert, like, look around. Are there banana plants growing here? Then it's not natural for that environment. It's as simple as that. Carry everything out that you carried in. That's the main takeaway here. And do no harm. There you have it. 5 things you must be conscious of in the Fish River Canyon. And remember, we are fortunate to have these wild spaces, so let's keep them safe, okay? Thank you. Goodbye.